Why can't Catholic priests get married? It's a question that many people wonder about, but may not know the full story behind. Today, we're going to dive into this topic, exploring the history, the reasons, and the beliefs behind celibacy for Catholic priests. To start, let's make one thing clear. The requirement for priests to remain unmarried is not something that's universally held across all Christian traditions. In fact, in the Eastern Orthodox Church and even some Eastern Catholic rites, priests can be married as long as they marry before ordination. So, why is it different in the Roman Catholic Church? Historically, there's actually a lot more flexibility about priestly marriage than people realize. In the early Christian Church, priests and bishops were often married. In fact, some of Jesus' apostles, like St. Peter, were married. So, when did the Catholic Church begin to require celibacy? The practice of celibacy gradually gained traction around the 4th century as a model of dedication to God. By the 12th century, at the Second Lateran Council in 1139, the Catholic Church officially made celibacy mandatory for priests in the Roman Catholic tradition. But why did they make this choice? One main reason the Catholic Church requires celibacy is a theological belief. Celibacy is seen as a way for priests to fully dedicate their lives to God and to the service of others. For many in the Church, celibacy isn't just about renouncing marriage, it's about choosing a spiritual marriage to the Church itself. The idea here is that by not marrying or starting a family, a priest can focus all his attention and energy on serving the people and carrying out his duties without divided attention. This commitment is considered a way of following Jesus, who himself remained celibate. There are also some practical reasons behind the celibacy requirement. Let's imagine a married priest with children. If he has to balance family needs with his parish duties, things could get complicated. This could lead to conflicts of interest or stress from having to split time between family and parish life. So, the Church sees celibacy as a way for priests to be fully available to their congregations. They're not distracted by family life, which allows them to devote all their time and energy to their ministry. Beyond the practical and theological reasons, there's a deeper perspective in the Church that sees celibacy as a kind of gift and sacrifice. It's seen as a form of love and dedication to God, where priests give up the idea of marriage and family to embody a radical form of service. Many people see this as a sacrifice that priests make in order to better serve others, embodying a life of simplicity and devotion. It's seen as following the example of Jesus, who also lived a life of celibacy and service. But not everyone agrees with this practice, and it's been a source of debate within and outside of the Catholic Church. Critics argue that mandatory celibacy can lead to loneliness or isolation for priests, and that a married clergy might actually bring a better understanding of family life and relationships to their work. Some people believe that allowing priests to marry could help with the declining numbers of new priests, especially in Western countries. Others argue that it would allow priests to bring a more personal understanding of marriage and family issues to their pastoral work. Interestingly, this topic has been brought up in recent years, especially during some major church synods. Pope Francis, for instance, has spoken about the possibility of considering exceptions in certain cases, particularly in regions where there are very few priests. While the Roman Catholic Church hasn't made any official changes, there's definitely an ongoing conversation about the role of celibacy and whether it should remain a mandatory part of the priesthood. So, to summarize, Catholic priests in the Roman tradition are required to remain celibate as a way of dedicating themselves entirely to God and their ministry. It's a choice grounded in history, theology, and practicality, but it's also a topic that's open to debate and ongoing discussion. Whether or not the rules change in the future, celibacy will remain a defining part of the Catholic priesthood, shaping the lives and work of priests around the world. What do you think? Should the Catholic Church keep this tradition, or is it time to allow priests to marry? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with others. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on our next video where we dive into more topics on faith, history, and tradition. See you next time.